Hello, everyone. Among the core loyalists of Xi Jinping's Xi family army, the Shaanxi fellow townsman faction represents a highly significant branch. Although the ranks of this group are not particularly elevated, they steadfastly guard Xi Jinping's power base and protect the dragon vein of the Xi family. Fang Hongwei is directly referred to by insiders as the guardian of the dragon vein. It is this very Xi family army that has recently experienced a major earthquake, with multiple high-ranking officials implicated, and in just a few days, nearly 100 individuals have been detained. One cannot help but marvel at the extraordinary efficiency of the Chinese Communist Party's power struggles in purging poisonous influences. Xi Jinping's home base has been raided. This is not the most shocking part. What is truly alarming is the rumors circulating that Fang Hongwei's successor could be someone extremely familiar and highly sensitive to all who Haifeng. Is this claim credible? At the same time, the CCP wolf warrior diplomat Xi'an, who threatened to behead Japanese Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi, has been exposed for previously threatening to behead U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, leaving the international diplomatic community stunned and onlookers utterly bewildered. The universal sentiment is just what kind of monster crawled out of which cave, and one that clearly took the wrong medication. Calls in Japan for his expulsion are growing louder by the wave. Can he hold on? Today is November 11th, Eastern Time. I am Tang Jingyuan. Welcome to subscribe to our channel. You will not only know what happened, but also why it happened. While Xi Jinping appeared as a mascot at the 15th National Games in Guangzhou, the Shaanxi fellow townsman faction, regarded as his great rear base, and the Xi'an officialdom are undergoing a seismic purge. On November 5th, anti-CCP blogger Yu Huaong revealed that Shaanxi Provincial Standing Committee member and Xi'an Municipal Party Secretary Fang Hongwei, while worshipping Guanyin at the ancient Guanyin Temple in Chang'an District, Xi'an, was suddenly taken away by the Central Commission for Discipline Inspection along with 4 secretaries and transported to Tianjin for detention. Subsequently, online rumors spread that Fang Hongwei was so frightened during the arrest that he wet himself on the spot, an image of vivid intensity. Then, on the evening of November 7th, the CCDI website officially announced that Shaanxi Provincial Standing Committee member and Xi'an Municipal Party Secretary Fang Hongwei is suspected of serious violations of discipline and law and is undergoing disciplinary review and supervisory investigation. At least this time, the accuracy of the revelation was swiftly confirmed. The disclosure indicated that the CCDI has established a special task force for Fang Hongwei, and his case directly involves the corruption chain of Xi Jinping's younger brother Xi Yuanping. That same evening, the Shaanxi Provincial and Xi'an Municipal Discipline Inspection Commissions began controlling personnel, and large-scale arrests commenced the following day, with nearly 100 people detained in Xi'an and the Xixinú area alone. Yu Huaong rumored to have jumped to his death. Yesterday, a video went viral showing a middle-aged man leaping from a dozen-story building to his death. The footage was identified as that of former Xi'an Vice Mayor and CPCC Chairman Yu Huaong. It is said that his family possessed wealth beyond what 3 generations could spend. His mistresses and illegitimate children were protected, and no higher-ups were implicated. Key detail: Yu Huaong graduated from Xi'an Jiaodong University and, in 2016, while serving as executive vice mayor, concurrently held the position of party working committee secretary of the national-level Xixinú area, the very district where over 100 were reportedly arrested. Official confirmation is pending, but multiple sources mention Yu Huaong's disappearance. Like Fang Hongwei, Yu Huaong is a native Xi'an official. He previously served as Party Working Committee Secretary and Management Committee Director of Xixinú area and was promoted to Xi'an CPCC Chairman in 2017. Fang Hongwei rose from Hanzhong Municipal Party Secretary in Shaanxi to Xi'an Municipal Party Secretary in 2021 and worked alongside Yu Huaong for many years. Yao Lijun case. The Fang Hongwei case involves Xi'an Municipal Standing Committee member and propaganda minister Yao Lijun. Yao previously served as chairman of Xi'an Cultural Industry Investment Company, Limited, and is suspected of massive embezzlement. According to public information, in February this year, the Shaanxi Provincial Party Committee General Office issued a notice on the serious violations of discipline and law by Yao Lijun and lessons to be learned, disclosing that Xi'an Municipal Standing Committee member and propaganda minister Yao Lijun had committed serious violations. In the early stages after being taken away, Yao Lijun was extremely arrogant, claiming his backer was a distant relative, Wang Xiyuanping. This was not mere rumor. In 2015, when Xi Jinping inspected Xi'an and ascended the city wall, the official accompanying him and providing explanations was Yao Lijun, then deputy director of the Zhejiang New District Management Committee and director of the City Wall Scenic Area Management Committee. Local rumors claim Yao's corruption proceeds were divided in a 60%-20%-20% ratio, 60% to Xi Jinping, 20% to Fang Hongwei, and 20% retained by Yao himself. Yao once transferred 180 million Hong Kong dollars to Fang Hongwei's Hong Kong account, meaning Xi Jinping received at least 540 million Hong Kong dollars under this ratio. Online disclosures state that after Yao Lijun was investigated, the 15th Central Inspection Group entered Shaanxi in July and reopened the case, uncovering Fang Hongwei behind it. Initially, Yao never mentioned Xi Jinping, but after the incident, every sentence revolved around Xi Jinping in hopes of protection. He preserved every task assigned by Xi Jinping and Fang Hongwei in WeChat and retained currency exchange materials involving Xi Jinping and Vice Premier Liu Guozhou. In other words, these three major cases, Yao Lijun, Fang Hongwei, and Yu Huaong, are linked in a single chain, with Xi Jinping as the ultimate backer. This truly constitutes moving earth upon the Grand Duke's head. Jiang Wangjing's two bombshells Yu Haifeng and Jing Junhai. Jing Junhai under control. Today, Jiang Wangjing continued his revelations, stating that Jing Junhai, former vice minister of the propaganda department and Jilin provincial party secretary, has been placed under control. He claims triple verification from Shaanxi Provincial Party Committee information channels, CCDI General Office channels, and an independent journalist, with Jing currently detained at the CCDI Beidei Training Center. During Jing Junhai's tenure overseeing the Shaanxi Provincial Propaganda Department, he single-handedly planned and promoted the expansion of Shizhongshuan Cemetery into a mausoleum. The Shizhongshuan Mausoleum covers over 10 mu, with the entire ecological park spanning nearly 400 mu, constructed in two phases. The mausoleum's northwest-facing, southeast-oriented layout carries significant political symbolism, with meticulous feng shui considerations. The landscape planning and maintenance within the ecological park demonstrate careful attention. The second phase of the expansion was completed in mid-2015. Immediately upon completion, Jing Junhai was appointed by the CCP Organization Department as Vice Minister of the Central Propaganda Department. In one sentence, Jing Junhai earned Xi Jinping's immense favor by building a mausoleum for Xi's father exceeding Mao Zedong's in scale, a first emperor-level tribute, and was promptly promoted to a key propaganda post. He was later transferred to Jilin as the top leader, becoming a provincial governor. At that time, he was the only 19th Central Committee alternate member among the 31 provincial party secretaries nationwide, with a brilliant career trajectory and widely recognized as one of Xi Jinping's most die-hard Xi family army backbones. Yet at this critical juncture, in September 2024, just 2 months after the third plenum, Jing Junhai was reassigned to Deputy Director of the National People's Congress Education, Science, Culture and Health Committee, clearly a move to sideline him into retirement. This drastic shift baffled many at the time. In retrospect, it is simple. Xi Jinping lost power at the third plenum, after which the Xi family army began gradual purges, with Jing among the first wave. Now, even in semi-retirement, he is not spared direct arrest and investigation. 2. Yu Haifeng parachuted to Xi'an. On November 8th, Jiang Wangjing posted on X platform, Current Ministry of Civil Affairs Vice Minister Hu Haifeng will assume the positions of Xi'an Municipal Party Secretary and Shaanxi Provincial Standing Committee member, and an inspection has been initiated for Hu to serve as Provincial Party Deputy Secretary. Shaanxi Deputy Secretary Xing Xiaoping may first take the role of Provincial CPPCC Chairman. Hu Haifeng is currently a vice ministerial official, but neither a Central Committee member nor alternate. Only a 20th Party Congress delegate and 13th National People's Congress representative. Per CCP convention, the Xi'an Municipal Party Secretary is a vice provincial post, and incumbents nearly always possess provincial, standing committee, or equivalent vice ministerial credentials. Hu assuming Xi'an secretary is possible, as Fang Hongwei was a 20th Central alternate member, who could indeed leverage this for further advancement. Personally, however, I harbor doubts. The simultaneous takedown of Fang Hongwei, Jing Junhai, and 4 other Xi family army members underscores targeted strikes against Xi Jinping's confidants. Though no Shaanxi official has entered the central top tier, this is the guardian of Xi's dragon vein. Wiping them out equates to the opponent raiding the lair and home base. Nevertheless, some will continue claiming this is Xi Jinping orchestrated. After all, Xi is just that peculiar, idly targeting his most trusted confidants. Not 1 or 2, not 3 or 5, but dozens, hundreds, even thousands in a grand purge. If purging the Xi family army can still be circularly argued as Xi-led, then Hu Haifeng truly parachuting into Xi'an to oversee Xi Jinping's power base would be laying cards on the table, publicly declaring Xi a mascot, everyone toying with him. However, given the official publication of a monograph on Xi Jinping's economic thought, Xi's mascot role likely needs sustaining for some time. Thus, I'm not optimistic about Hu Haifeng's Xi'an landing. It is not that anti-Xi forces cannot achieve it, but once Hu lands, it essentially announces the fact officially. Regardless of who succeeds Fang Hongwei, the Xi family army figures truly worth watching next are Shaanxi faction vice premier Lu Guozhong and Secretary Zhao Yida. In 2020, after the nationally sensational Qinling illegal villa case concluded, Lu Guozhong, credited with remediation, was promoted to Shaanxi secretary. He then executed a unique grand gesture, ordering the Shaanxi Provincial Public Security Department to hold a 2021 province-wide video conference on the Protect the Qinling Ancestral Vein special action, remobilizing and redeploying. This was clearly a super sycophantic move, rivaling or surpassing Jing Junhai's, highly valued by Xi Jinping. Protecting the Qinling Ancestral Vein essentially means guarding the Xi family dragon vein. Thus, Xi was greatly pleased, and at the 20th Congress, Lu was immediately elevated to the Politburo as vice premier. Subsequently, Zhejiang new army member Zhao Yida replaced Lu. The pant-wetting fallen Fang Hongwei originated as Lu Guozhong's chief secretary. This Zhao Yida, from Wenling, Zhejiang, is one of Xi Jinping's old Zhejiang subordinates. Upon assuming Shaanxi secretary, he holds a little-known special title, Provincial Forest Chief for the Qinling Responsibility Zone. In June 2023, Zhao Yida first appeared in this capacity surveying Qinling ecology in Xi'an, widely reported officially. During the survey, Zhao emphasized profoundly learning lessons from the Qinling illegal construction incident, continuously shouldering the political and historical responsibility to protect Qinling, using protecting Qinling to uphold the 2 establishes and 2 safeguards, and guarding the ancestral vein of the Chinese nation. See the pattern? If Fang Hongwei was the underling guarding the Xi family dragon vein, Zhao Yida is the steward. With the massive Xi'an officialdom earthquake arresting so many at once, in my personal view, the anti-Xi faction is primarily targeting Xi Jinping's dragon vein. The CCP has always been obsessed with feng shui and numerology. Kai Xia, retired professor from the Central Party School now in the U.S., stated in a tweet that the forced demolition in Beijing's Chongqing district Xiangtang village occurred because a master, advising Emperor Xi'an feng shui for capital planning, claimed the village houses were suppressing the dragon vein's energy outlet. To prevent Xi Jinping from ever recovering, his family dragon vein must be severed. Liu Guozhong and Zhao Yide, who rose by protecting the dragon vein, likely face uncertain futures. Expel Xue Jian. Xue Jian's social media threat to behead Takaichi continues to burn. Japanese political circles across ruling and opposition parties have protested. Today, the ruling Liberal Democratic Party passed a resolution demanding government measures, including expulsion. The LDP's Foreign Affairs Division and Foreign Affairs Investigation Committee issued a condemnation resolution stating that Xue Jian's post not only insulted Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi, but also insulted the Japanese state and its people and damaged Japan-China relations. It strongly urges the Japanese government to lodge a solemn protest with China and, if China shows no sincerity or effort to improve relations, consider measures including declaring him persona non grata and demanding departure. LDP Foreign Affairs Division Chief Takashi Takagi stated that measures including persona non grata should be on the table and that China must handle this seriously. Given such disqualifying conduct by a Chinese diplomat in Japan, the Chinese government must provide a responsible response. Not only the LDP, opposition parties including Komeito, Constitutional Democratic Party, and Democratic Party for the People also protested Xue Jian's remarks today. Even the pro-China-leaning Komeito's representative, in a congressional interview, stated that such posts lack character and can be seen as intimidation, absolutely unbecoming of a diplomat. He revealed having expressed strong concern to the Chinese embassy in Japan. Key question: will expulsion occur? The CCP official stance is subtle. On the night of the 10th, the Chinese embassy in Japan's WeChat public account released a statement responding to Japanese Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi's recent Taiwan-related remarks, claiming Japanese leaders made provocative statements on Taiwan, openly advocating military intervention in the Taiwan Strait, seriously violating the One China principle, grossly interfering in China's internal affairs, and challenging China's core interests. It expressed strong dissatisfaction and firm opposition, having lodged solemn representations and strong protests with Japan. However, the statement completely sidestepped Xue Jian's beheading remarks. The Chinese Foreign Ministry website's transcript of the November 10th regular press conference also lacks related questions, though spokesperson Lin Jian defended on November 10th that Xue's remarks were personal opinions, not official stance, while accusing Japan of interfering in China's internal affairs. In short, the CCP is currently cold-handling and de-escalating. Criticizing Takaichi for interfering in internal affairs is offensive defense to save face, but without directly endorsing Xue Jian. Expulsion likelihood is low. Prime Minister Takaichi has stated she will not retract, maintaining a tough stance. She has preserved face. As a newly appointed prime minister, she likely does not wish a full-blown Japan-China diplomatic crisis, which would disadvantage her. Japan may prioritize diplomatic protests and demands for explanation while privately pressuring China to handle or recall Xue Jian, 57, nearing retirement, in some manner akin to past similar incidents. For the CCP, Xue Jian, now exposed for an October threat to behead U.S. Defense Secretary Hegseth, has become a diplomatic liability. Under the backdrop of abandoning wolf warrior tactics and pivoting policy, recalling Xue in a face-saving way can limit damage. Current Japan-China relations, e.g., partial resumption of Japanese seafood imports, and significantly eased U.S.-China ties, may deter Japan from further escalation to avoid impacting regional stability and trade. Expulsion could also trigger CCP retaliatory expulsions or arrests of Japanese in China as hostage diplomacy, placing Japan in a passive position. Takaichi seeks domestic opinion support for future constitutional revision and has largely achieved this, so she may primarily pursue requiring China to handle softly.